Welcome back to the channel, everyone. My name is Tank, and today we're going to be talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano. I'll be giving you guys my thoughts about where we currently are in the market, as well as where we might be heading in the near future. Now, unfortunately, we are seeing a lot of selling pressure come back into the market, so let's jump into Bitcoin's 4-hour time frame to see how we're doing against things. At the current making of this video, Bitcoin is trading for $33,357. That was just enough for us to break the upwards trend of printing higher lows for the Bitcoin price. Let me show you guys what I mean by that. Bitcoin has been consistently over the past 2 weeks printing higher lows for its price. And just recently on July 7th, when all this sell pressure came in on the charts, we broke that upward trend, canceling out our most recent higher low that we made on July 5th, which was about $33,200 when we dipped all the way down to $32,100 range-ish. I'm just guessing, I'm not being too accurate, but it was around there. We did find support rally back up to where we were on July 5th. So if you follow this dotted line for the Bitcoin price, we are right at where we were on July 5th. So there's that bit of hopium, but we did break that overall trend, if I'm being honest, of continuously printing higher lows on the chart. The thing that I would like to see over the next 24, 48 hours is the support to keep coming in on the Bitcoin chart and push us back up to $34,000. If we can do that over the next, even 4 to 12 hours and rally back up to $34,000 and close the day around that price, we will keep the trend of continuously printing higher lows intact for the Bitcoin price. Now, just because something dumps doesn't mean that you have to start running around saying the sky is falling, guys. We keep telling you guys, with every pump, there's a dump. With every dump, there's a pump. It's to be expected. Things don't move in a straight line, but there is levels to be aware of. Now, I keep telling you guys that I would like to see this trend stay intact, because the most important thing for us to be doing currently for the Bitcoin price is to be laying down a foundation layer on the charts. We need to be consolidating and going sideways and showing the world and showing everybody that if this is the floor, or if this is a bear market, then this is, excuse me, that's my chair. That's not me farting. I promise. That's my chair. Maybe you can hear it, maybe not, but I promise that was my chair. Anyway, this is the floor for the Bitcoin price. If this is a bear market and we're going to go sideways, guys, this is where we're accepting the floor to be, and this is where we're telling everybody that we are comfortable consolidating within $30,000 to $35,000. Now, I will say if we dip below these two past lower highs here, I will be concerned, and those two levels are about $30,161, ultimately no lower than $28,000, right? We can't go below 20, I'll correct that, 28.5. We cannot go below these two levels here. If we do go below those two levels there, the likelihood of us falling even further is much more higher. But $30,000 right now has been holding up quite well. Matter of fact, $32,000 has been holding up very, very well. But we need to watch these levels here, guys. We need to continuously, for the time being, print lower highs so that these levels are more reinforced on a day-to-day time frame. The more that we print lower highs, the stronger this wall or this foundation that we're building becomes, guys. There's that saying, the more you test support or resistance, the more likely you'll punch through it. If that support is thick enough, though, we'll probably bounce off of it as well. There's a flip side to every conversation, and that is the flip side to that saying. If that support level is mighty, the chances of it holding up are quite high as well. So we want to go sideways right now. As retail investors and traders, guys, our job, honestly, in my opinion, is just to build this layer of support. So right now, the only thing that's concerning me or that I'm focused on is this $34,000 range. I would like to see Bitcoin over the next 4 to 8, maybe 12 hours, definitely by the end of the day, get close to $34,000, or at least above this past lower high that we made on July 5th, which was again right around where we are now, $33,200. If we can get above that and stay above that for the day or even the next 48 hours, that would be great. That will keep this overall trend of pushing to the upside intact. Either way, though, we could go up, we could go down, we could chop it out and just go sideways. So long as we stay within this channel here, I'm fine. Ultimately, I do want to see this trend continue, but if we just chop it out and stay within this channel here, 30, no, this is a rough estimate. It's not exactly 30, but within this channel here, I'll be totally happy with that, because again, we're laying down the foundation for the Bitcoin price. If we ever expect Bitcoin to go higher, we need to have a good level of support to build upon. I do have my opinions, and let me share something with you guys real quick about what's actually happening within the Bitcoin charts. If you zoom out here on the daily, guys, let me reset my chart here. What I think is ultimately happening, I made a video of this recently and shared it. It's also the truth about Bitcoin manipulation. It's in my back. I'll put it on the back end of this video so you guys can maybe watch it. But what I'm seeing happen, in my opinion, is we are feeling the effects of Bitcoin being pushed out of China. Now, I have my opinions, and they are just my opinions, but I am going to share it with you guys. China, again, let me remind you guys, is a communist party. They want nothing to do with freedom or free thought or financial freedom, for that matter, for sure. They want to be in complete control of their economy and their people. So that's why they are getting rid of Bitcoin. They're also getting rid of Bitcoin because they are coming out with their own CBDC, or their digital currency. They're coming out with their own variation of a digital currency, and they don't want any kind of competition or any type of free market to be resembled anywhere within their economy or country. That is why they are pushing out miners. That is why they are pushing out exchanges. That is why they're getting rid of anything and everything to do with crypto that they are not in complete control over in China. And we are seeing or feeling the effects of their moves, guys. It's unfortunate, but they do control a big portion of the world's economy. And when they move, we will feel the effects. This has a lot to do with their control over their people and their economy, and overall the world stage and what they're trying to enforce as far as China goes upon the rest of the world. China wants to be in complete control again. They want to be number one. They want to be numero uno. They want to be Ichiban, as they say in Japan. But that's what I think is happening, guys. So all this chop, everything that we're going through right now is in fact just chop. Bitcoin will see higher prices. We just have to get through the moves that are being made on a world scale right now. Now, there's a lot more to it, but I do think that's the bigger picture. And the rest of the world is just responding to what they are doing in Asia. Now, let me go to another point, speaking of Asia, because recently Japan just put out a statement saying that during the Olympics, they're not going to have spectators be there. Now, they're preparing for another lockdown case scenario in their country. They're saying the new variant of the coronavirus is, really affecting them, and they're possibly going to be going back into another lockdown, and other people are following suits. Investors are quickly pulling out of stocks because they are worried about the same scenario happening all over again when we saw the original corona dump on the market way back here. This is when corona first initially came out for us, guys, on a world scale. And you saw what happened. If we zoom in here, I'm not going to, you see this big major dump that came out of nowhere. That was people pulling everything they could out of the stock markets, out of the crypto, putting it into, whether it be stable coins for the crypto market, or putting it into, a more, well, just say for stocks, fiat money. I hate fiat money, so I was trying to get away from saying that. But that's what happened on the stock side of things. People were pulling their investments off the table because it was looking really iffy, right? Well, right now, it's the same thing. When Asia, or more specifically Japan, put out that narrative that there's not going to be any spectators for the Olympics, well, guess what? The rest of the world goes to the Olympics. We all watch the Olympics, right? That's a big signal to the rest of the investor world that, hey, things are looking really, really shaky right now. And that's what happened recently, guys. People got really, really worried, and they said, nuh-uh, I'm pulling it off the table right now. I'm protecting my assets. So that's what's happening. Now, do I think we actually go back in a lockdown here in the States? Probably not. I do not think that people are going to stand for another lockdown, especially when, I'm not trying to get political, but I'm just going to leave it factual. You guys can fact check me about this. The vaccines that we have are doing a really good job. The numbers speak for themselves. The infection rate here in the United States have been steadily dropping like flies. We're doing good. We are actually doing a lot better than when we first were faced with this virus situation. So I highly doubt that the American people, I don't know about other countries, but I don't think the American people are going to stand for another lockdown case scenario. We also saw what happened with, just endless printing of fiat money to bail everybody out of lockdowns. And I don't think our economy or even our government is going to stand by and let that actually go to the ground. I don't think they can afford to let it go to the ground. I think they will just continuously keep printing money, unfortunately, which kind of plays into the crypto hand. To be honest with you guys, the more and more that they keep printing off fiat money here in the States, or dollar, the more and more they inflate it, the more and more they just bury themselves. But they have no other choice. They cannot cut off what they started. They can't cut their own heads off, guys. They really can't. So they have two choices. Either let it all crash, which if it all crashes, then that's just, that's a doomsday event for the world. I don't think the government's going to let that happen, no matter what, the governments and the banks. Or they just keep printing off more and more money and inflating things. I think that's what's going to happen. I think they've been continuously kicking the can down the road for years. I think that they just keep that behavior up. They kick the can down the road for later years, which is good for the crypto space. So if you're a long-term holder, if you're somebody that really believes in the investments that you invested in with crypto, it's not financial advice, just hold on. This is chop. We go through it all the time, guys. This is chop. This is very, very, it doesn't seem like it, but this is ideal. Look at the world, guys. Look at the news. Countries in South America are lining up, proposing a mass adoption for Bitcoin. Mass adoption. El Salvador, Argentina, Mexico just put out, a government official there just put out legislation asking them to review and consider possibly adopting Bitcoin onto their country as well for their people, guys. People who want to break away from the weakening dollar standard are all lining up for it. Look at the big picture. Do not get shaken out. Do not start running around saying the world is falling apart, because it's really not. It's really, really not. People are just being shaken out. I'm going on a tangent. I completely apologize. But that's my thought about what we're really going through, guys. So with that being said, keep in mind the bigger picture. Do your homework about what's really going on. I could show you guys a lot of things, like as far as like what senators are doing and what senators are investing in. These are the people that push regulations, that push control, that know the narrative, that control the narrative for us here in the States and even for other countries. Look at what they're doing, not what they're saying, and find out for yourself what is actually happening on a world bigger picture scale, guys. Swim with the whales. Don't swim against the current. Don't swim against their movements, because you're more than likely going to get drowned. Or you're drowned. You're more than likely going to drown. Moving on over, though. I know, I'm sorry. I completely apologize. That was a humongous rant. I didn't mean to go that far into it, but that's what I think is happening. Let's move over to Ethereum and see what's going on there. Ethereum currently is trading at $21.35, so $2,135. Let's go ahead and take a look at the 4-hour time frame. Again, guys, as you guys can see, we were previously on a tear to the upside, printing higher lows for the Ethereum price. If I go ahead and zoom out a little, actually, let me just take this, make a trend line here. As I showed you guys before, we were on a trend there until recently, about, July 7th, when the dip started happening. We did cut straight through that. So unfortunately, this trend line did not hold up. But I will say, I do think, again, that this is just people being shook out of their positions, guys. Now, if I take this trend line out and show you guys something else here, let me show you guys, where am I? Take this trend line out here, cancel it out on a bigger view of what's happening. Look at that. We are still printing. We are still technically in an uptrend. This price, or I'm sorry, this price is still higher than this price, and this price is still higher than this price. So look, guys, we're still in an uptrend. Don't get shook out of your positions. You know what's going on for Ethereum. Ethereum 2.0 is rolling out soon. It's right around the corner. It's right around the corner. Why are you guys selling Ethereum? With scarcity increases value, right? When anything becomes more scarce, the value of that item becomes more valuable. The less you have of something, the more valuable that is. I don't have to go into the million other reasons why Ethereum is so bullish, but I will touch on it. There's tons of institutions adopting Ethereum into their balance sheets. There's tons of developers working on Ethereum. There's tons of banks working on top of Ethereum. Did you know that there's a CBDC in a country being built on Ethereum? Like, how could anybody not be bullish on Ethereum right now? Yeah, it has its issues, but come on, guys. There's do your homework about it. I'm super bullish about Ethereum. Hold. Not financial advice, just what I'm doing. Let's move on over to ADA, guys. ADA, same thing. We had a trend line, real simple. We had a trend line that was unfortunately broken on the 7th. Everything went down with Bitcoin. That's just the way it goes. When that ship sinks, the rest of the lifeboats dragged down with it. We are seeing a little bit of a rally though. I kept this trend line up here because I do think that we rally back up here, especially again with the developments and the updates that are coming for ADA, much like Ethereum. Cardano's rolling out with smart contracts. It's right around the corner. I know a lot of people are really iffy about it because Charles is taking his time, but you know what? I'm a permeable. I have a lot of ADA. I have a lot of Ethereum, guys. I think that those prices are just going to see much higher price points really, really soon. If you guys can just stick through it. Again, watch what the bigger fish are investing into. They're investing into ADA. They're investing into Ethereum. They're investing into Bitcoin, you know. Watch what they do. Look at the big picture. Again, if I zoom out on a weekly time frame, I know this is on Bitfinex, but if I zoom out, let's go actually daily. Daily will look a lot better. If I zoom out here, guys, look at the consistent gain. Why are you guys betting against the trend, guys? Look at that. Do you guys think this is going to zero? Are you guys that fearful that if the trend is our friend and we continuously make our moves based on patterns and mathematics and statistics and probably and likelihoods and probabilities, why would you ever go against what you're looking at on the charts here? Let me show you Ethereum, guys. Let me show you guys Ethereum here. This is, you know, I did this not too long ago for you guys as well. Look, this is the overall trend for Ethereum, guys. This is just on Coinbase's. So this isn't from like its inception either. This is just from when Coinbase had it. You know, it came out, boom, we saw a drop. When it first came out for over 196 days, we saw a drop of 73%, well, roughly 74%, or $16.66. Then we skyrocketed. We went up 23,098%, or $1,394 over the course of 399 days. Then we had a pullback because I keep telling you guys, with every pump, there's a dump. With every dump, there's a pump. We had a pullback. Again, you can read it for yourself over the course of 336 days of 94%, or $1,320. Then we had a small pump of 348% over 196 days. Then a small dump of 75% over 259 days, And then we saw a big rally recently. We all went through this recently if you were in like I was in. 4,932% to the upside over 427 days, guys. Why, though, are we ever going to bet against the overall trend? Like, let's just take here. From when we first came out, this isn't going to be completely accurate, but I'll just give you guys an example. To where we are now, that's 18,322% to the upside. Why would you ever bet against it? You guys are crazy. You guys are absolutely crazy if you bet against it. Oh, it's going to the ground. Really? Because the lifelong record of these assets show otherwise. Y'all are crazy if you're saying that. Y'all are absolutely crazy. Let's go. This is Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin. Let me show you guys the overall big picture from when Coinbase got it to where we are now. This isn't completely accurate. I'm just giving you guys a rough estimate. That's 10,138% gains. Y'all are crazy to bet against that. Y'all are crazy. If you guys are like, look, if you guys are not like in dire need of your money when you invest, first off, you should not be using money to invest or trade if you need that money to live. Investing that's not investing. That's called gambling. That's stupid. But if you guys don't need your money and you guys are patient, you guys are actual true investors and are able to wait out all the noise, wait out all the volatility, you're going to be rewarded handsomely. So that's just my argument for everything, guys. Like everybody's running around saying the sky is falling. Y'all are crazy. The sky ain't falling at all. We're just consolidating. We are just consolidating within a range right now. And we are doing a really good job consolidating. We're building a foundation on the Bitcoin price, and that's what we should be focused on. Anyway, I hope you guys really just sat through and listened to me rip through and go on a tangent about things. I'm sorry. I got really passionate about it. You know, you usually try to hold back, keep it within 10 to 15 minutes, but I had to share my thoughts about what's going on. If you guys agree, please put a comment down there. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys disagree, do the same thing. I don't mind having an open conversation with people. Maybe you guys open my eyes and show me something I don't know. I don't know it all. I love conversations. With that being said, also, if you guys are new to the channel, please feel free to hit a like. It really helps me out. Feel free to hit a sub as well. That really helps me out, guys. I'm trying to build this channel, trying to give you guys insight or at least an unbiased opinion about what's really going on. You know, I'm just an average dude that does have skin in the game, but I'm not getting paid by anybody. I'm not getting kickbacks from anybody. I'm not even getting monetized by YouTube. I just want to share with you guys actual things that are happening on the charts and share with you guys my opinion about what I see, what's going on in the charts, guys. So if you guys could, hit that like, hit that sub button. With that being said, stay profitable. Protect yourself. Practice proper risk management. Don't overextend. Don't overextend yourself. And with that being said, God bless. Peace.